Yeah, first off, just super excited to be part of the company. I love the vision that Joey Levy and Jake have for it. So, when they approached me, I right away knew that they were a team that I wanted to join. And I'll be kind of focused on the media side and putting out a lot of content. Kind of insider backstage views of my fight camp, of my prep, fight week. The first thing I'll be doing a little YouTube series similar to like a embedded type scenario where
Great.
I'll get all of the backstage stuff of my fight week, and then from there I'll start doing some shows that are going to be it's kind of podcast style, but a little more active, a little more kind
Nice.
of doing some crazy fun stuff with cool people. So definitely going to be putting out a lot of content, a lot of insider stuff, and yeah, I'm really excited about it.
That sounds big. And it almost sounds like you're one of their first, if not their first, like athletes. You have your show. I mean, that sounds like a great opportunity for you, right?
Yeah, it's a huge opportunity for me. I feel really grateful to have the support I do from Better, and yeah, I'll be the first athlete kind of heading up the Better
Wow.
Combat space, and really trying to grow that part of the company, and eventually, hopefully bringing on more athletes and fighters, and being able to collab and put a lot of cool stuff together.
I'm admittedly a big Jake Paul fan. Have you had a chance to talk to Jake, to get to know Jake? And obviously, he's a polarizing guy, especially in the combat sports world. What's your experience been?
Yeah, we haven't met in person yet. We got to FaceTime and chat for a little bit, which was super cool. He's doing such awesome things in boxing and in the media space. So, I'm sure we're going to be training together. I know he just signed with the PFL, and hopefully he'll be taking an MMA fight soon. So I'm sure that I'll be able to help him out a little bit on that end.
Great. You know what? And as you're talking, obviously we know he has hands. He can strike. If people have, and he wrestled in high school, but people have questioned if he could take an MMA fight, if he could stop the takedown. I mean, geesh. I mean, I don't think that there's anybody that he could learn from that's better than you. So would you train with? Would you help him out in that respect?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'm super excited to train with him. Not only to be able to help him out a little bit on the MMA grappling side, but also just to learn from him. He's had a ton of experience boxing, and it would be awesome to just kind of be able to get together and work together.
Yeah, that's wow. That's a scary team to think about you guys together. Let's talk about your fight. Obviously, you're if people don't know, you're a three-time Division One NCAA champion. You have had two fights in Dana White's Contender Series, 2-0, easy work for you. You made it look easy, at least. Now you have UFC 285. How about that? This is, not in the apex anymore, in front of only a few fans. How about in the big arena with all of the fans out there? It's going to be a big deal. You're going to be one of the main guys people talk about leading up to the fight. How about that, Bo?
Yeah, it's such an awesome opportunity to be able to be on the main card, and especially a John Jones pay-per-view.
Yeah.
It's going to be crazy. I think that it's fitting. It makes sense. I feel very well prepared for the moment, but I'm just excited to get out there in front of the crowd and feel that energy. And I know for me and my experience, I always compete the best when there's a lot on the line and when the energy is really high. So, to be able to have an opportunity like that again is so exciting for me. And that's why I train every day the way I do, why I kill myself every day. So when that opportunity comes, I'll be able to make the most of it.
What's your expectation for, say, for 2023 for you in the UFC? What are the hopes? How far can you reasonably climb up that ladder? What do you think you can get done this year?
Yeah, I think first and foremost, I plan on just focusing on one fight at a
Yeah.
time. So, taking care of biz this next fight and putting on a spectacular performance. I'd like to get a first round finish. I'm expecting to finish this guy regardless. So, getting a finish in my UFC debut is really, most prominently on my mind. And then after that, just taking it one step at a time, probably fight a little tougher guy, a little better guy.
Yeah.
And so maybe by the end of the year, I don't necessarily care if I'm ranked or not, but I would expect to be kind of right in the mix, with the getting into the rankings.
I'm almost certain I know the answer to this question and that the pressure doesn't affect you at all. But people obviously have talked about you. Your pedigree is as good as it could possibly be. I mean, literally as good as it could be. Um, do you feel that pressure? What is that like? Do you feel the pressure to perform at this high level?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of pressure. I think that when people try to almost minimize that or play it off, it's like it's just really not genuine
Yeah,
because, everybody feels that. And for me, being in this type of situation, I absolutely feel a lot of pressure. There's a lot of expectations. I think that a couple things that help me are first off, that I've really built up to this point. I'm not coming from out of nowhere and just all of a sudden thrust into this spotlight, right? Like I was able to achieve a lot of things as a kid in high school, throughout college, win a world championship, and now kind of I feel like very well developed and prepared for these moments that I have coming up. I don't feel
yeah,
like I haven't prepared well, and I don't feel like I feel like I have a lot of experience in similar type of environments. And then, in addition to that, I think I feel more pressure from myself than I do from anyone else or any other kind of entity,
yeah.
just because I want to win and I'm very intrinsically motivated. And that's why I do what I do every single day. I'm literally in the gym killing myself. I don't I don't miss workouts. I'm on time. I'm professional, and that's just because I want to win and I want to be the best. It doesn't have to do with anything else. Like I could care less about the show or the money or whatever everybody is saying about me. I just want to win and I want to perform really well. And so for me, the pressure is it's much more internal than it is coming from external sources. And I think that really helps me a lot with like dealing with it.
Pretty cool now, right? I think, and tell me if I'm wrong here. Wrestlers, you would graduate from college and then maybe not really anywhere to go, right? But now you have the UFC belt, or you have all these MMA promotions, even like Flow Grappling. It seems like they're really doing like they're gaining some traction. It seems like I don't know a damn thing about wrestling, but I watch on YouTube for some reason. So
Yeah.
it really seems like there are avenues now for wrestlers after college.
For sure, yeah. I would say the coolest part is while you're in school, especially being at a Big Ten school, Penn State, winning a ton of team national championships and having such a strong support system, like we get to travel and compete in these huge environments, right? Like every weekend for us is 10, 20,000 people sold
Yeah,
out arenas. And that's like, that was like so fun for me to be able to do that for 4 years and be a part of the team and kind of be involved in those events. And if you want to continue wrestling post collegiate in the Olympics and stuff, it's obviously really high level competition wise, but you don't get that environment. You don't get that pressure, that intensity of walking out into arena with 20,000 screaming fans. And so being able to that again, that was like one of the things that was the most fun for me, was to just feel that. And now being in the UFC, getting the opportunity to do that again, it's huge, and it's so fun. And I want to do as much of that in my life, in my competitive career, as I can, because like I said, it's when I feel when I what I enjoy the most, and like when I feel literally the most alive, like when all the pressure's on me, all the lights are on, everybody's watching, and like that's just where I want to be.